You're listening to the Endless Party Radio Show with the Doc on Colossal Radio.
It is Zach Trotman, of a defenseman of the Pittsburgh Penguins. Zach, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I am wonderful. It's a Friday in my world every day, Zach. You know,
Friday means work for me. My weeks are backwards.
Fridays are work. Fridays are skating days. That's it. Do you refer to it as a skating party?
I guess it's not really fair to say it's work. I guess Friday's it's still the fun for us, but it's more serious fun.
Yeah, I guess. Zach Trotman of the Pittsburgh Penguins, and there. Where did it all start for Zach Trotman?
I was born in Indiana. Kind of grew up there till I was about 13, 14 years old. Just went skating one day with my uncle. He took me out there. I think I was kind of a pawn for his date at the time, which ended up being his wife, which is pretty cool. But that was the first time I ever got out there, and I just kind of fell in love with it and kept bugging my dad to go get me skates and sign me up for hockey. And
wow,
there's all kinds of cool stories I could go run with there. But yeah, I mean, that's how it initially started, and I've just kind of been hooked ever since. Luckily, we ended up moving to Michigan later on for my dad's work, so that kind of worked out really well for me. Being in youth hockey, obviously, Michigan hockey's a lot more prevalent in Indiana. So
yeah, exactly right. You went through? Did you go through college? How do we get on board with the big leagues? How did it all happen for you?
Yeah, so I played. I was a little bit of a late bloomer coming up. I played 2 years of U16 AAA, played a year of U18 AAA in Michigan. I always wanted to be a true freshman and going after my senior year of high school, so I was really happy and fortunate that ended up working out. I went and played junior hockey in the North American League my senior year of high school, and then committed to Lake Superior State, where I played 3 years before eventually going pro with Boston.
Wow. Very, very cool. And now here you are. Here you are skating for a living. You know what?
Here I am.
It's pretty crazy. Actually, to be quite honest with you, I think it's actually a sissy sport. Yeah, right.
You saw my lip the other day.
What's that again?
You saw my lip the other day, right?
I did. I really did, and it was fun. Why don't you talk about it? You can talk about it. Go ahead.
Oh man, I mean that was crazy. Somehow, and it's a mystery to my wife and obviously all my friends and teammates and stuff. I don't know how I haven't lost teeth yet. I think I took four pucks to the face last year. You always get a couple sticks every year, an elbow or something, and then. Obviously that game, I upended a guy and the heel of his skate came up and kicked me in the mouth. Yeah. And I luckily it wasn't, it could have been throat or eyes, thank God it wasn't. A couple inches either way would have been really scary. So there were no alarms going off other than just kind of trying to figure out how bad the cut was and figure out if I ended up losing teeth or not. And somehow suckers stayed in there.
It's I'll tell you, I did see that, and the way that with the stick getting caught in the skate, bringing that skate. I mean, I'm telling you, it's one of those sports where you can watch it on TV, almost like a baseball, and I'm sure you can relate to this a little bit. Zach Trotman of the Pittsburgh Penguins on board here with us, to be really caught up in that sport, that particular sport, at least from my point of view, I love watching it live. And when you see these guys, you can't even get the scope how fast these guys are on skates. There is no possible way you can get that from a TV show or from a TV game. No way at all.
Yeah, it just doesn't register.
No.
No, I always tell people, like, if you haven't gone to see a game or if you're skeptical about it, the first time you go, try and get as close to the glass as you can, or if you can get by the glass.
Right.
Because then, like, when you're there, you can really feel, like, the impact of the hits, and you feel the glass moving, and you see the pucks whizzing by.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Everything just kind of makes more sense.
No.
And then when you see it, you kind of understand, and you're like, wow, like, those guys are moving, or, that hit that I saw on TV that didn't seem too bad, like, that was a heavy collision, like, that's got to hurt,
Yeah.
So I think that really can help people understand the game a little better.
Absolutely. I mean, it is. It's amazing, amazing what you guys do. The first time I got to the first time I got to a hockey game was, of course, right here in Philly and down to the Flyers. And the first game we were running a little late because, well, we were probably drinking in a parking lot. And so we were down by the glass. The game just started. The game wasn't in a minute. I forget even who the Flyers were playing, who they were skating against. It wasn't. It didn't even start. Like, it's a minute. It's 60 seconds into it. And I don't know, somebody had a beef for somebody, man. And, geez, we walked down and there was freaking blood everywhere. They were like there was no possible way anything could have went wrong except from a game before going, you know what, screw this. If I'm getting thrown out or in the penalty box, I'm putting a lick on somebody already.
It happens quick. And that's another one of those things that, like, maybe you don't feel it on TV or see it as much, but when you're at the game, you can kind of feel when, like, the tensions are rising between the two teams, and you can kind of get that feeling of, like, oh, man, these guys are getting fired up. Like, something's going to happen here.
Yeah.
Like, something's got to happen, yeah.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what. I mean, you guys skate hard, play hard. My gosh, man. But I'll tell you what. It is... it's a hell of a sport. I mean, it's fun. There ain't no sissies in that. I only said that because Zach can kick my ass, and I'm over here on the East Coast of PA, and he's on the West Coast. That's the only reason I can say sissy lala sport. It's like, yeah, right. First of all, I can't even skate, man. I can't even skate.
It's a beautiful sport, and it's unlike any other. That's for sure.
Oh my gosh, it's unbelievable. Penguins have been, treating you pretty good, and Wilkes Barre and both the pro team, the pros. I mean, things have been good.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
It's a top class organization. There's a reason guys keep coming back, and there's a reason they keep having success. What they've managed to do here, as far as just the mindset, the way everyone takes it day to day, the practices, and just the expectations. They bring in guys that have high expectations for themselves, and they have high expectations for the team. Mm-hmm. And so that's why they keep getting it, delivered year after year. And they obviously, the way they treat the players is top notch. They truly have, when they sign you to a contract, they have your best interest as well as theirs, and they want to see you succeed just as bad as you want to.
That's great.
So it's really one of those places where, you get in what you put in as far as results, and that's something that's nice as a player. It just kind of takes an extra layer of, stress out of it that you're not really worrying about in the background.
Yeah, that's great. You have, like you said, you started out with Boston, L.A. Kings, now the Pittsburgh Penguins, and hopefully every place you went, they paid you more money. That's all. I mean, and if your agent can't get you that, I can.
I hope he's listening to this.
So there you are.
Oh, they've been great.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's really great.
Yeah.
Listen, you go to the website, troutmanfoundation.com. We're about to talk about what's going on here, and your wife, she's actually a sports director, anchor, and reporter, so she's actually in the media field. Did she ever interview you?
No, she's never interviewed me.
Oh, okay. No. Listen,
I won't let her.
You know
got
what?
Too much dirt on me.
That's fun. That is too funny. So you can see, these guys. You got it going on, and we did a little background information on you, and I'm glad my publicist had reached out to your guys, and that we were able to touch base because my buddy Dave the Bookie loves hockey. And I don't know if you know this, or maybe your PR guy, your publicist, your agent knows this. When they reached out, he's starting a career as well, not only being my publicist, but also as a referee on the ice. And
good luck to him.
I know. So that's what he wants to do. I don't know. Why do you say that? I mean, give us a little insight.
I hope he's got some thick skin.
Really? Okay. Why? What
happened? There's out there, we all say stuff. We all say stuff in the moment. We get after each other a little bit, The
Sure.
players and the refs have an interesting dynamic. There's always a mutual respect that's there. Obviously,
that's totally fun. What does your wife think when you take some of these hard hits and everything else? I mean,
she hates it.
Does she hate it? Listen? Maybe you want.
Well, she's been there a couple times. Like, she's seen me get knocked out before, and I've had some head issues and stuff. So she's sweating a little bit. But I mean, obviously she knows when I'm playing, and we're in the moment and stuff. So she gets worried from time to time for sure.
All right. Does she ever like when you take your skates off? Does she like rub your feet and stuff? Like, does she do nice, good things like that?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. Are you guys
Oh, God.
Are you guys newlyweds? Because it looks like did you just get married?
No, it'll be 3 years in July.
Oh,
I mean, yeah, we're pretty fresh, I guess. But.
Oh, yeah, you're still fresh. My gosh, I mean, that's really that's 3 years. You're still in the honeymoon phase. That's awesome.
Oh,
you know what? If she's not rubbing your feet now, she will as you get older. I'm serious. It kind of like all comes full circle. Hang in there. Just hang in there, Zach.
I'm too ticklish. I can't ever giggle the whole time.
That is too funny.
I'm a big teddy bear.
Listen, you don't look like one on the ice, dude. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, you gotta flip the switch, man.
How about it? Listen, it's fun to talk a little bit about the hockey and but the reason for all this, and I am a big one for our frontline people, volunteers, our fire departments, our fire police, even our officers, whatever, but also a big proponent of the military as well. And there's not many shows that go by that I don't mention the military or things that I'd like to do, even if it's only with a song. The Trotman Foundation.com.
Yeah.
TrotmanFoundation.com. You can find it online, guys, those of you that are listening. What's it all about, Zach? Where did it start from, and what's it all about?
So it's something that we've been talking about for a long time. We obviously, we get to go around and do a lot of charity golf outings and stuff like that, where we get to kind of, raise money for other people's foundations and, whatever they're supporting at the time. And, we've always kind of known that's something that we wanted to do. And we have a lot of different things we want to help too. But the first one that's always been, like near and dear to my heart and hers as well, is supporting our military. And so I was lucky enough this summer. I have a really good friend that I play golf with almost every day, and he's really good friends with some Navy SEALs. One of which runs the the SEAL Museum down in Virginia. So he's got like 5 or 6 different foundations that all their stuff goes through, but also like maintaining and keeping the history there. So he donated one of their Navy SEAL helmets to us this year for our Warriors of the Game helmet that we hand out after every win. And so we thought that'd be a great place to start. At the beginning of the season, I said I would put in $50 a win this year, and then obviously we had a big raffle for the helmet during our military night game, and we had a ton of support from the fans, that they weren't interested in the helmet but also donated anyways. So it's been a really, really awesome way just for us to get back a little bit. And then, obviously we look forward to hopefully getting some more wins the rest of this year and putting some more money towards that. And then, we're really excited to branch off and do some other stuff as well.
The Trotman Foundation. Again, you can find it online. Really easy to be able to find that. The whole idea is giving back.
Yeah, super easy. Go on there. I'll give you a little run through of what we're doing this year. As far as it's Virginia Beach Fallen Heroes is the foundation. The foundation it's all going towards. You can read up on all that kind of stuff there. There's a little story in there about Dale, the Navy SEAL that kind of hooked us up with everything. They give you a background on me and my wife, and then there's obviously a donation link if you feel so inclined. Obviously, everything is very appreciated. But yeah, you can keep in touch with us there, and then obviously year to year we'll be doing something different. I know we're going to do some stuff in the summers as well. To kind of branch off to some different areas as well. But yeah, it's all there for the taking for anybody who's interested in taking a look.
Yeah, we'll post this as well coming up on on our Facebook page and on the website as well. We'll put a link on there. But those of you that are listening to the show right now, TrotmanFoundation.com, you can check it out. Gives you a little background information, as Zach said, on both Zach and his wife, it's. Something they started. Is there the reason? Is there any military, people in your families, or this is, again, I know coming from a friend, or
both my grandfathers served. I don't have anyone immediate in the family, but it's something that I've always looked up to and respected.
Very nice.
What they do doesn't get lost on me. That's obviously a huge sacrifice, and obviously it lets me do what I do now. So I wouldn't have those freedoms, and I wouldn't be able to chase my passion in life if it wasn't for what they've done to help protect us. So it's something that while it may get lost on some people, I want to make sure that it doesn't, and I want to do what I can to help.
Right. I think it's an amazing program. I think it's really, really awesome. Coming by way of you hockey fans in general, and the TrotmanFoundation.com. Just put it into a search, but it's real easy. You can do it. I mean, I'm looking at it right now. The guys brought it up on the screen. Donate. Then you can share the link on Facebook, which we'll do as well. Super easy to get on board, and we do have it looks like when I do open up the link, we have a goal set. We have a goal set for this first round at like $5,000. That was just started. I
think we've almost reached it too.
That's great. I mean, it doesn't take long, and I love what's on here where it's like any amount. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be a huge
anything.
check.
It's so appreciated.
Absolutely. So, Trotman Foundation, just doing it. It's the right thing to do, and something that Zach has thought about for a while. So, I don't know, some great stuff with helping out our military, and I'm digging it, man. I'm totally digging it. So,
thank you.
With hockey and still, what's next on the docket for Zach Trotman?
Well, I got some winning to do.
Got some winning to do, right? I wasn't going to bring that up.
I mean, that's that's all there is to it right now. I was up at Pitt there for a little bit. We had a tough stretch, and now I'm back down with Wilkes-Barre, and we've had a little tough stretch down here too. But it's that time of year where everything starts getting exciting, and you can kind of see the playoffs come into the picture, and that's what we play all season for. So now's the fun time. So it's exciting to get on a tear here, and then hopefully we can win some championships.
Yeah, you're. Overall, you're not sitting too badly. I mean, overall.
No. Pittsburgh's in a good spot. We got I wouldn't call it a hole, but we got a little speed bump we got to get through down in Wilkes for sure.
Yeah.
We need to string some wins together just to get back on the inside here, but nothing's out of reach, and obviously all you need is a ticket to the dance, and anything can happen. So
yeah, exactly.
I think that's all we're focused on trying to take care of right now.
Yeah, I am. I'm so happy to be able to. You're actually the first professional hockey player I've had on my show in like 3 decades.
Nice.
I'm telling you.
What a win!
You have. Yeah, I know. I should. Listen. I'm gonna have my guys send you out a Colossal Radio T-shirt. So when you go out for practice, you got to at least wear that. If you want a bigger size to get it over the pads, I can give you a bigger size. I mean, I can.
It's gonna have to be pretty big.
For real. I mean, I got up to 4X. Would that?
That'll be good.
All right, good enough. Should I do that, or you want? Listen, I'll do that.
If you do that, I'll get a picture for you.
All right, I'm going to do that. I'm going to get you the biggest shirt I have. I think it's like a 4X, and then I'm going to send out a summertime tank top for your wife, for Gina, because she'll look better in that freaking tank top than you will, man. That's all I'm telling you.
Yeah, I gotta agree with you on that one.
She'll look better than you in the summertime tank. But
yeah,
I will.
We'll
get I'll get my PR guys to get in touch with you, and we'll be able to send that out wherever you are. We'll send it right out, whether you want it to
that'd be awesome.
To the office or to the house. I mean, we won't divulge your information so people can come raid you guys. I promise. But whatever you wherever you want us to send it, we will do that and get it in the mail. Good things that are going on with this foundation, and just a little more background information. When did it all start? I mean, when did you get it up and off the ground?
So we knew we were going to do something starting this year. Obviously, I had the helmet all set in place. I had the whole plan, everything written up on what we wanted to do, and we really didn't get everything put together until the week of military night, about a month ago.
Wow.
There's obviously a lot to go through, trying to get to get our IS. A tax stamp, and create the LLC and kind of go through that whole process and get an actual bank account set up to be able to accept donations and stuff. So we were kind of freeballing it, and then we finally just got everything put in place, so we were able to start getting donations and kind of have a page up and everything running. Which that's kind of just how we end up living our lives. Obviously, she's super busy doing her, following her career, and obviously same here. So we're always just kind of patch everything together as we can go. And, luckily it all came together great. And, the fans were super supportive, and the team was great, helping us out with the raffle and everything. So it all came together pretty smooth once it was all said and done. But
yeah, I mean, you've done well in a very, very short amount of time. And again, the Trotman Foundation on the website, and Virginia Beach Fallen Heroes, and all the money that's raised in this effort going directly to them by the end of the 2020 season. So we still have some time here. And to exceed the goal that they set. Which has been done already. So good things that are going on, and still well over a month. It looks like is that right? Well over a month, I would think.
Yeah, just over, I guess.
Yeah, just over a little over a month. So some great things going on. From these guys that are out there playing hard on the ice, and yet somebody like Zach Trotman, thinking of our military. And the sacrifices they made to allow him to do what he does. Pretty awesome step just to do that. Talking about it is one thing, and you and your wife getting together saying, I really would like to do something is pretty damn commendable, man. That's pretty awesome.
Oh, thank you. I really appreciate that. And like I said, we're just excited to be able to, take advantage of the situation that we were able to chase down to be able to get back a little bit.
That's all it takes, man. In the end, all we have is each other, man. In the end, all we have is each other. And, we all do a little, and we accomplish a lot, We all do a little and come, we can...
Just take some effort. It's amazing what you can get back, and how everyone seems to rally around and support a good cause like that.
Yeah, couldn't agree with you. Couldn't agree with you more. So back to hockey for a little bit. Were you on an injured reserve there for a while? Have you ever gotten hurt? Which we don't want that going to anybody. Yeah. But have you been laid up for a little while?
We've had a few. Last year I had a sports hernia surgery. It took me out for like 8 to 12 weeks. Came in this year and had another one right at the beginning of camp, so I was out for about 5-6 weeks of that one, and then missed like 6 weeks around Christmas with a concussion. But I'm back now and I'm healthy and everything feels good. So hopefully, I'm due for a long stretch of health here at some point. So I'm hoping if I just stick with it, eventually I'll be able to play a full season. Would be nice.
How about, listen, at least like you said, at least you have your teeth. You know what I mean? At least you have your teeth.
I'm not too worse for wear for all I've had done.
No, I'll tell you what, ladies. Ladies, let me throw this out to the ladies. Ladies, listen. You want to check things out? Go to the get there and give them a couple of bucks, and you can check out what Zach Trotman looks like there on the website, and you're gonna go, wow. He's probably. I know what his wife sees in him, and he looks too good looking to be on the ice.
I know. I look like a big teddy bear, right?
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you don't look like you can get pissed at all. Do you get pissed?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Do you? Does
I would say this. I have a pretty long fuse, but when it snaps, that's for sure.
How does that work in your relationship with Jenna? How does that work? Does she know? I mean, not that it's the same, but
I've got a fuse for days with her.
Okay.
Never burns short.
Gotcha. There you go. Good for you. That's fun. So listen, you're healthy. You're good. Your wife doesn't rub your feet. Boo on that. But hopefully she gives you a back rub. I don't know. CBD.
Oh yeah, she's great.
CBD oils are amazing. I had that guest before you got on the show. Does anybody in the sports world use CBD oils? They say they have some really awesome properties. Do you?
I've tried some before. It's kind of a gray area right now, just because of testing and making sure that all the brands are like legit and there's not any like cross contamination and stuff. Yep. It's kind of hard to really rely on it with an ease of mind. But yeah, I mean, I have some buddies that I work out with in the summer that I know use it, and they swear by it.
Yeah, No,
just for recovery and achiness and everything, it seems to help them a lot. So I'm, hopefully when there's some more, we get some informed choice or one of the brands that kind of go through and censor everything and make sure everything's legit. That's kind of, I guess, what we're waiting for on our part, just to make sure that we're covered.
Sure. No, I mean, it's gaining a lot of steam, and the only reason I bring that up again, like you and I talked right before this interview, was had folks in the studio. I can tell you this though, man. Just talking about it, like my hands from busting them up from sports, from football, from motorcycle accidents. It's like my knuckles sometimes really hurt, my hands, and I rubbed this cream on my hands while they were here, and I'm telling you straight up, within minutes, like my hands feel amazing. Totally amazing. Totally
it's
amazing.
Supposed to be great for you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm being totally legit here. It's like, holy crap. So anyway, what's it like? And then we'll go back one more time to the foundation. Please get on there for our military people. What both Jenna and Zach Trotman started up just because for our military, and that in itself is. It's really commendable, man. That's awesome. But what's it like? What's it like during the season? What's it like during the season? A day in life for a professional Pittsburgh Penguin defenseman, Wilkes Barre Penguins. What is it? What's the day consist of?
I'll give you a practice day and I'll give you a game day. So usually on practice days. Like I said, the organization takes really good care of us here. So we're fortunate enough that we have, a chef at the rink. He cooks breakfast in the mornings, and he'll make us lunch after we skate and stuff. So those are taken care of, which is kind of a rarity down in the AHL, especially.
Mm-hmm.
So you usually show up to the rink around 8:30, change into your workout clothes, grab some breakfast, maybe grab a cup of coffee, and have some small talk for a little bit, and then. Usually we'll all go in around 9:10. We'll have like a team dynamic warm-up. We'll have some type of lift depending on what the day is. And then usually we do video for, one day out of the week we'll do some video. It'll be short, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, something like that. And then be on the ice at 10 o'clock. We'll have a practice plan written out so we all know what we're going through. We'll try and get through that and have a good practice day and get something out of it. Try and make yourself a little better. And then usually out of the rink by 12, 1 o'clock at the latest. And then you're kind of, getting into pro mode of what do I need to do today to, be ready to go tomorrow. And usually, I think guys like to take it day by day as far as getting food for dinner, kind of see what you're feeling, go to the grocery store, grab something for later. And, if we're lucky enough it's nice outside, try and get out and go for a walk and do something outside, be a little active. Come home and watch a TV show or read a book or something while you're cooking dinner, and then shut it down early. Be a good pro, get some sleep.
You're practicing every how many days? How many days a week? How many days a week is practice? I mean, I know games, but I mean, are you like how many days do we practice?
So it depends. So this weekend we have a 3-3, so we play Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So. And we had a long week this week. They played Friday, Saturday, Sunday last week, I believe, too. So Monday was off, and then practice Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
I got you.
And then tomorrow will be a game day. So tomorrow we play in Binghamton. So we'll go into the rink. It'll be a normal pregame skate at 10 o'clock. No workout or anything like that. So we'll go on the ice real quick. It's 10, 15 minutes tops. We'll have usually we do a 5-on-5 meeting in the morning, video review on whatever team we're playing. Then we'll go home, grab your pregame meal, do what you got to do, take a nap, whatever, and then we'll meet back at the rink at 3.
Mm-hmm.
Bus up to Binghamton, do some special teams meetings on our power play and penalty kill, and then from there, guys just kind of all do their own thing on how they're getting prepared for the game. So we'll go out, play, and then hop on the bus around 10 o'clock after the game, come back, and get ready to do it all on Saturday all over again.
All over again, yeah, exactly. Interesting insight. Anybody have any crazy rituals that you've run into with Wilkes Barre and the Pittsburgh Penguins? Like, like maybe somebody will put like a hockey stick in their mouth and break it, or anything, or like, beat up on a locker or whatever, or...
You know what? There's nothing crazy down here. I mean, guys... The big thing now seems to be your handshakes when you go out into the tunnel before going on the ice. Everyone seems to have their own thing that they do with the other guys, a little special handshake or whatever before you go out.
Okay.
But I know guys, the way they tape their sticks, when they tape their sticks, where they put their stick when they're getting dressed, which shin pad goes on first. There's all kinds of crazy stuff that goes on in there that you probably wouldn't notice unless you were looking for it. But there's definitely some guys are more superstitious than others.
Are you?
I'm not too bad.
No.
I used to be really, and then it got to a point where I kind of had to take a look in the mirror and be like, all right, man, if you put your right shin pad on before your left, you're not going to have a bad game tonight, so you need to drop this a little bit.
That's fun. Do some of the grudges, when you have a grudge match, are some of them held throughout the season, or do they go away?
Yeah, it kind of depends on what it's about. There's some guys that just don't like each other, and that's
for
just
what
the way it's gonna be.
and for what reason would that be?
They're on the other team.
Okay, all right.
Some guys have a way of getting under your skin, and you just don't like them, and that's the way it is. Sometimes, if there's a dirty hit or something that happens earlier in the year, it's one of those things where every time you had a matchup with him, you're going to know who did it and which guy it was, and when you go into the corner, you're going to have that little extra weight on your shoulder that you're going to be throwing in there, I think. But it's just such a hard to hold a grudge for that long of a season too.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of games, a lot of different teams, and I think it's easy to kind of put it on the wayside after a couple of weeks, just because you have so much other stuff to be thinking about that wasting mental space on that just kind of gets overboard.
Yeah, no, I got you. I'm just trying to get I would agree with you. I'm just trying to get that inside track. Zach Trotman.
It's a hard game, and it's an emotional game, so it's for sure. If you and a guy are going at it for a whole game, the next time you play him, that's the first thing you're going to think about, and you'll remember.
Yeah, it's a long season is right, and Zach Trotman from the Pittsburgh Penguins, Wilkes Penguins, and his wife Gina Trotman coming collectively together as they both are certainly career-oriented folks and great people. You just give off a great vibe, you do, and I'm sure Jenna would do the same. Just a very cool, very matter of fact, let's just, we'll have a beer kind of vibe. And to come up with the Trotman Foundation to support military people, I can only ask that you guys that are on board with the show, check it out, make a $1, a $5, a $10 donation, knowing that it goes to our military. And you get all the information right off of their website. Pretty sweet stuff going on there. And what's in the future for Zach Trotman? Do we have plans when maybe when you hang up the skates, whenever that might be? Is there anything?
I'm hoping I got quite a few years left in me. For all the injuries and stuff, I don't feel any worse for wear. I know at some point there's that peak that you hit where you start getting a little older, and your body just doesn't respond the same way to summer training and stuff. But for right now, it's always been a big focus of mine, and I still feel like I'm getting stronger and faster and better every summer. So I think that's just kind of the immediate goal, and I have some ideas for after. I've been approached about medical sales and stuff like that, so that's always an option. But training and working out is something that I've always been extremely interested in from a young age. So I kind of have a hard time seeing myself getting too far away from that, or probably something in the hockey world.
Very nice.
I don't remember who I was talking to, but me and another player came up. We were talking about that, and he said, hey, you're going to stay in hockey when you're done. And you're kind of, I don't know. I don't really know what else I would do. And we kind of put it in perspective of if you went to school for 6 or 8 years to get your master's in something. So you're not going to go out and be like, you know what, I think I'm done with this. I'm just going to go do something else. And that's kind of what we've done with our lives. You spend so much time in hockey that you're kind of a PhD in hockey. And for us to just kind of toss that aside and jump ship to go do a completely different career, I don't know if that really makes sense. So it's something to think about. It'd be interesting to see what kind of opportunities there are after and what kind of roles you could take on with teams and stuff, and how you might be able to help and still be involved in the game.
Yeah, very nice. You're very well spoken, very on point. You're definitely very on point. So That's probably your number one reason why your wife fell in love with you. That's all. I don't know. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's the only reason. I don't know, Zach.
She still says I tricked her, so I don't know.
What's that again?
She still says I tricked her. But.
Oh. By the looks of it, if you go to, ladies and gentlemen, you got to go to the Trotman. That's T-R-O-T, TrotmanFoundation.com, and you'll see, actually, it looks like from their wedding day, and maybe that's it. It looks like with your hands you're doing ta-da, and she has her head down going, freaking A, he tricked me. Freaking A, he tricked me.
She realized she actually did it. So.
Yeah, look. You know what it looks like? It looks like she thought she was coming to a bingo game or something. That's what it
I duped her.
Very cool stuff. Be able to talk to you, first professional hockey guy that I ever talked to in 3 decades. So you are definitely at the pinnacle of your career, Zach. You're at the pinnacle of your career right now.
Everything's on the up and up.
Everything's on the up and up. It's been a real pleasure. And to touch base with you, we will get the information out on that foundation about our military. I think it's amazing that you and your wife just collectively came up with an idea saying, I really want to do this. And it just came out of not having a long history of military with your family or anything other than, a friend and knowing people, as we all do. But to go out and actually put something in motion is commendable from both of you. So congratulations. If you had, for anybody that'll go back and watch this interview or listen to it, because we'll upload this on our Colossal Radio YouTube page. We'll get this done a little later on this evening. I'll make sure that my people get in touch with your people and let you know that it's up. But from somebody who not easy to make it into the professional sports arena, but just life in general. What advice do you have if we might get a couple of young people that will jump on board with this interview and listen to it? What advice maybe do you have for them or anybody that matter?
At least tying it in with hockey, the biggest thing I think is whatever you choose to follow in life, obviously it's because you have a passion with it, you have fun with it, and you're good at it. So just don't ever lose sight of those. Always keep the big picture of why you're doing what you're doing, what brought you there, how you got there, and just stick with it. Because as long if you let it turn into a job or if it becomes monotonous, you're not going to get the same results. So just keep in mind why you're doing what you're doing and how you got there, and keep working hard and having a good attitude. And I think people will be surprised at how many things will start kind of falling your way.
Yeah, well said from Zach Trotman. Pittsburgh Penguins, Wilkes-Barre Penguins, right up the road from us. You'll see him skate. Find him on TV, man, and say, God, that's the guy that Doc interviewed. It's like, holy crap, that's awesome. I'll tell you again, very well said. Congrats to you and your wife for just tackling something that you felt that you wanted and needed to do with. Already in a short amount of time, like a month, great success, and we'll do what we can do here to further promote it for you as well with the radio station, and continued success. Both your wife in her broadcasting, communications, media career, and also you and your professional career as well. So I appreciate you spending some time with us on the show.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me on it. I really appreciate it, and thanks for talking about the foundation. Obviously, it's something really important to us, and the fans have had some amazing feedback this year, and we appreciate every little tidbit that we can get.
We try our best and to promote the positive vibes, man, and have a little fun along the way. If you can give me 1 second, I'll say my goodbyes off the air. If you can do that for me, Zach, I'll get right to you.
Absolutely.
All right, good deal. Zach Trotman, make sure you check him out, man. He skates hard, and seen him play and what he does, and the rest of his teammates and the rest of the league as well. You get a chance to see a hockey game, whether you're a super huge hockey fan or not, let me tell you, it's pretty amazing. It's pretty amazing to watch, man. They're fast. Really fast. TV doesn't do it justice, man. Nirvana and all apologies. Listen, we'll bring it full circle on this show. Wild Joe from the Lehigh Valley Phantoms on the air. Coming up.
What else should I be?
Lehighton, Palmerton, Gem Thorpe, and nationwide. It's Colossal Radio. Find us online at colossalradio.rocks.